Fourth Amendment states that people are secure from unreasonable searches and seizures, meaning that enforcements are unable to search or take someone's property without a warrant for that specific purpose. The case of Riley v. California is an example of someone's Fourth Amendment rights being violated. When the Fourth Amendment is violated, the evidence that was found illegally is not able to be used during trial. David Riley's Fourth Amendment was violated when a police officer confiscated his phone without the proper warrant to do so. The police officer took evidence off of Riley's phone and used it in court. This case took to the Supreme Court to figure out if Riley had been violated of his Fourth Amendment right.
David Riley was a member of the Lincoln Park gang in San Diego. On August 2, 2009, he and others opened fire on a rival gang member. They then drove off in Riley's Oldsmobile and later returned in a second car, which was a Lexus, on August 2, 2009. The police pulled the car over because the car's license registration was expired, and the police ordered the car to be impounded. They had to search the car before to make sure the vehicle had all of its components at the time due to seizure liability factor. The police found 2 guns in the car and arrested Riley. Riley had his phone confiscated by an officer, and the officer looked at pictures and videos of Riley to show that he was a part of gang activity without a warrant. He was arrested for being a part of the August 2nd shooting and charged with attempted murder, assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and shooting at an occupied vehicle. Before the trial, Riley tried to suppress the evidence of gang activity found in his phone because the officer did not have a warrant at the time, but was denied. The California Court of Appeal convicted Riley for all 3 counts and 15 years to life in prison. The Supreme Court ruling was unanimous. Chief Justice John G. Roberts wrote the majority, which stated, "A warrantless cell phone search violates the Fourth Amendment right to privacy. A warrantless search exception following an arrest exists for the sole purpose of protecting the officer and the evidence that was confiscated. Digital data cannot be used to harm an officer, and they have the ability to keep the evidence until they have a warrant to fully investigate it." The court said that phones hold much more private information than other objects such as a wallet. The court also said that warrantless searches were allowed in emergencies if the government's interests are compelling enough to make a search reasonable.
Shady info? This will be used against you in court.
Absolutely not.
Do you have a warrant?
No.
My Fourth Amendment prohibits you from using that against me in court.